race recap of day one. Stage one was slippery. I was riding it blind, hadn't ridden it before, and some people had said they'd had a pretty good stage and enjoyed it in practice. Me, however, in the race did not. Just was not used to having no traction at all, so really struggled with that one. And then anyway, jumped onto stage two. Stage two was a blast, had a lot of fun. Everyone was stoked with that one.
What a sick trail!
Boom!
Hey. What a trail, man!
That was awesome, wasn't it? So that was stage two. It was fucking unreal. Really, you love that terrain. Just steep, rocky. Just you can see plenty of room in front of you, so you can let it go. Just all good. Everyone's stoked.
It's perfect. But one of the second dumpster, my back was all wow! I have to hold it. You know when you just overtook me and you went.
Okay, so I'm at the top of stage three. Again, haven't ridden this one before. 1500 meters, so it's relatively short, but drops 250 meters. So nearly a 20% gradient, well, give or take. But everyone keeps saying it's just really steep and really slippery. It's raining as we speak, so it'll be interesting to see what my commentary is like at the bottom, because at the moment there's a bit of nerves, but everyone just says just try and get down it cleanly. So here you go, see what happens. Stage three ruined it for me. Completely forgot how to ride, felt like such an idiot. Just super steep, just slippery as. Once I'd lost my line of commitment, that was it, it was game over for me. And then lost my chain, had to try and feed it back in through the guide. It was just all shit. And frankly, I wanted to go home by the time I got to the bottom of that. Son of a bitch, I think was what I said when I got at the bottom. Anyway, it was a long climb then up to stage four, but stage four, the training wheels went away and I absolutely loved it. Anyway, back on form. Stage three, I looked like an amateur. Stage four, I was a little bit better. Yeah. Mate, so that was very cool. Everyone's sort of smiling at the bottom of that one. Full of switchbacks, so coming in with the opposite lock, sliding into the corners and swinging it around. Had so much fun doing that. A bit pedally in sections, but yeah, I really enjoyed that stage. And then came down stage 5, which is also the last, it's also stage 9, so it's the last stage for both day 1 and day 2. Had ridden it once before in practice, which was good, so I knew a little bit about what was coming, but still it didn't help. I came sliding into a nice right-hander at one stage and sort of threw one leg off the bike. Managed to sort of get back on, well, didn't fall off actually, but managed to sort of regain balance and then continue on my way. Then got to the bottom section, which was just slippery as all hell, and I really struggled sort of trying to maintain any sort of segment of grip. And then came down into the Rudy section and got through that, and then managed to sort of make it home okay. Did it better in practice. It was pretty sketchy, but I was going a bit quicker this time around, so anyway. Some of it not very elegant, but got to the bottom. Happy to be here. End of day 1, nothing broken. Anyway, tomorrow will be another day. Stage 2, day 2. Okay, so day 2. Ridden all the stages, so at least I had that in my pocket. Wasn't looking forward to stage 7, but let's park that for the moment. First stage of the day was stage 6. Went in just with the mindset of just trying to enjoy it. Knew I was going to be sliding all over the place, and because of that, really enjoyed it. Got to the bottom, I was pretty stoked, whereas a lot of other people got to the bottom and they were cursing and carrying on just because of how slippery it was. But given how my day went on the day before, I was pretty happy for day 2 to start like that. That was good. Stage 7. All right, so I was there for the crowd. Came over. It's nice and flat at the top, and then you drop into the mountain effectively, and you literally do. You start at there's a danger sign. You've got probably 2 or 3 rock steps down. Nothing too bad, but it's steep, and there's a sharp left at the bottom. It's fair to say I missed the left, and I've just launched over the bars, landed fair into the bushes on the other side of the track, upside down, struggled for a while, couldn't, like the branches felt like they were hanging on to me, and I'm just feeling the clock burn or tick away. Eventually a spectator helped me get out of it. What a shocker. And got back on the track, and probably about a minute later went down again. Just coming through right-hander, off camber slope, and just got my line wrong, leaning the bike the wrong way, no traction in the tyres, down I went.
Nice cork thigh off the back of that one. Seat was pointing the wrong way. Not good. So again, wasn't very keen on being on the trail at the time. Then came around a very ginger left-hander, which, you know, in hindsight, I'm like, what went wrong there? And saw some video from the Dirty Nomad. Nice bit of footage. Hopefully I can get that and include that in the video. If not, you'll see it from my angle. Just gave a bit of a cuddle to the tree just on the corner. Yeah, that was it. Then I sort of made it to the bottom.
It's a finish. Hey, fuck. Oh, son of a bitch.
Just had a shocker. It was just a shocker. Anyway, bring us on to stage 8. Stage 8 was good. Back in high spirits again. Ran through the course well. Everyone was talking about the rock drop, and you'll see that in just a moment. Should you roll it? Should you just take it and send it? I decided, no, I'm going to send it, and managed to land it, but I used every little millimetre of my travel. You know, I probably could have done with a bit more, to be fair, but happy to sort of get through that. Confidence came back through once I got through that section. Went through the rock garden, not that flash, I did that better in practice. Bit pedally at the bottom, and got through to the end, and you know, happy to really enjoyed that stage. I was glad. It was yeah, quite enjoyable. And then stage 9, and so with a bit of confidence behind me, I thought, yeah, no, third time lucky on this stage, I should do it all right. But it chucked down rain on the way up in our transition. Didn't really think much of it at the time. It was dry, actually. I think the sun might have even come out when we were at the top. But for the most part, I was doing quite well, and then just had an absolute shocker. The section that I tried to do the Richie Rude impersonation the day before, where one leg was off the bike, I just had a shocker coming down through that. There was a small off, didn't lose much time, bounced back on, kept on going, and then just got to this bottom section, which you'll see shortly. I did a bit of a track walk this morning, and my tyres were chockers full of mud, had no grip. I was just sliding even on the slightest little bend, bouncing around the place, and then hit these lumpy, muddy bits, which I just could not hang on. So I've gone down and then tried to push the bike up the lump in front, and then I've slid back down it, trying to push up, causing backlog with people behind me. Then I've come into the Rudy section, bit fatigued and just over it by that stage. Buried the front wheel into a little divot, which I should have lifted the wheel over. Dumbass. Over the bars I've gone. Again, there for the crowd, making them cheer. Got through it, and anyway, just had to make through the little bit of concrete section and then make the jump at the end, and that was it. Enduro World Series race for me, number 2, done. Millau, it was good. I did really enjoy the riding. On reflection, you know, it's one of those things that sometimes at the time you're absolutely shitting yourself and a bit hesitant about it, but wow, it feels so good to sort of get through it and get it done. 9 stages, 88 kilometers, some ridiculous amount of climbing, 3,300 meters I think over the 2 days. Really big, all the transitions were big. Loved it. And for those moving on to the next round in Aspen, good luck, hope all goes well. Fingers crossed for some dry conditions. God knows you need them.